get disconnected today. Okay. Um, can first impressions based on vibes or based on vibes be trusted? Are they often misleading? Can first impressions based on our vibes be trusted, or are they often misleading?
I think they can be trusted most of the time. I mean, I think
Just
it's sort of easy to see a person, uh, but it's a bit harder to know a person.
I agree that it takes time for you to get to know that person. It takes commitment, connection, of course, time.
Although vibes can correlate to moods, so if you're in a
Well,
better
vibes and
mood,
vibes and also frequency too.
you may have that vibe.
Yeah,
If you're in a bad mood,
yeah, I guess. Um, do you think certain environments like social media or work make us likely to misinterpret someone's vibe?
I believe so. I believe that people try to live their best lives on social media,
Yeah,
like a life that they wish they had, but they don't.
because they're living a lie. They're living this mask, this faceless person.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
I've seen that on countless pages. It's pretty sad how social media has ruined this generation.
To want that much attention, to need it.
It's a craving. It's an addiction. It's crazy what likes and
Actually, is.
views does to your mentality, to your dreams. Um, um, what nonverbal signs like body language or facial expressions do you pick up when someone gives off a positive vibe? I would say for me, everything.
Elaborate.
You know, making sure with my peripherals that their body is open, making sure they're making eye contact, solid eye contact, or just looking directly into both my eyes.
Happy, in a good mood.
Yep, that too. It's hard to change your mood though. It's hard to change your framework between bad mood versus good mood versus like,
I feel like a lot of people can put up a front very
oh,
easily, though.
yeah, I 100% agree. A lot of people have many different fronts that they're hiding behind. It's sad. It's really sad. Um, how much does posture, tone of voice, and eye contact influence the vibes we perceive? Say, posture's a little bit, tone of voice is more like the small amount, eye contact is a lot.
A really good one.
Um, see, it's mainly tone of voice.
You have to be in the conversation, though.
Yeah, you have to be actually actively listening.
You have to be an active part of the
Because if you
conversation,
don't,
talking, asking questions.
yeah, because if you don't actively listen, then you won't get the right answers, and then you're gonna be confused, and then
Hmm.
you're gonna be running around with your
If you
head cut
don't
off.
ask the right questions, you won't know anything.
Not too. What do you mean by you won't know anything? You won't get smarter.
Well, you won't get to know a person.
You won't get to know
If you
them
don't,
for
if you don't ask any questions, you won't get to know a person
you won't get to know for who they truly are.
at all.
They're just another pointless conversation like all the other ones, which is sad. I would say some tips for someone that's trying to improve their ability to give off a positive vibe is maintain strong eye contact, maintain a good body language, keep a positive vibe, make sure that they're comfortable within that space, make sure that they're getting every single last thought that they can before you speak, because then they won't get their last opinion or perception onto you, because then you won't be able to get their full answer. You only get half.
Yeah.
It's like a story. Everybody has a story that they're willing to share. They're just too afraid because of society, what they think, and just their friends, what they think.
Nobody can talk to each other nowadays without being bullied or harassed.
Yep, I agree.
Everybody's
Well,
being
that
made fun
and
of
it's also
constantly.
that and also it's so sad because people nowadays, I find it crazy because what was the question again? How to improve the ability to give off positive vibe? What were you talking about? No, really, what were you talking about there? We were talking about how this society is so fucked because everybody's so indecisive about their opinions.
Well, no, you can't be open to anybody or else
Oh.
they'll make fun of you.
Yeah, I agree with you.
What's the question?
Next one or the same one?
Same one.
What tips would you give to somebody improving their ability to give off a positive vibe or energy?
I'd try to make sure you're always in a happy mood. Because when you're in a happy mood, happy positivity, always have that mindset that this is going to be a fun day, a good day.
You know,
This day
gratitude.
can't get any better. You just got to stay on that grind until you actually make it.
It takes countless hours of the grind.
It takes so much time.
Nobody. I realize that with this, with being a content creator, that nobody realizes how much time and effort it takes to win in this society because the bar has never been so low for people that are exceptional, but they want to be normal. And exceptional people are just, they're shooting their shot in the dark. They're trying to get their idea across to other people. They're just afraid that their own belief is not true to them, or just they're afraid of other people and how they think. It's all a mental game.
Exactly.
It's all
It's
mental,
all in your head.
emotional. Yep, all in your head. That's why you shouldn't listen to that little voice in your head.
And sometimes that little voice is good though.
Yeah, it just depends upon the situation, the scenario.
Sometimes that little voice works. Sometimes you have to think for yourself.
It's hard when you're caught off guard and you have to think for yourself, but you're afraid that your opinion is not your true opinion. You're afraid.
That you can't truly be yourself.
Exactly. Because then you go back to the authenticity part. If you don't know your true self, then how can you find yourself? I mean, we're young. We're fucking learning.
Long life ahead.
Yeah, we still got like 40, 60 years left.
At least.
Like 80.
All the new advancements coming out in technology.
Flying cars and all that shit.
There's a plasma research where you can like de-age 10, 15 years. If you get the plasma from somebody.
Well, meditation
Session.
also does that as well. That's what I learned. That and hygiene. That's another big thing. Anything else you want to add to this scenario?
I'm okay right now.
How can someone unknowingly project negative vibes even when they don't mean to? They could say something I don't mean,
Mm-hmm.
or they could misinterpret what the other person is trying to say.
Yes, give off bad body language unintentionally.
Another big one.
Even some people that are just awkward, not good in social scenarios.
Yeah, like me. Granted, like all of us, but still, we all got our flaws.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
If you ever feel really mad though, try to yell bubbles in your angriest voice 5 times.
Bubbles. Well, that's not my most angriest voice. I don't want my parents to hear it still. Bubbles. Um, I don't think where we were. How do we how do we decide when to trust our internal vibes versus going or giving someone the benefit of the doubt? We trust. How do we decide when to trust our internal vibes versus giving someone the benefit of the doubt?
To give someone the benefit of the doubt is somewhat a hard thing if you don't know like what happened in some scenarios.
Yeah.
But I feel a lot of it could be a biased decision. If something happens to your friend, you
Mhm.
know somebody, you correlate.
Yeah, I can kind of see that because you're technically sharing or giving your doubt to other people
Mm-hmm.
because of that certain situation that you're in. Is that kind of what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Um, have you ever been told that you're overly sensitive to the energy around you? How would you handle that? Like when you walk into a room, you can feel the vibe, you can feel the mood shift,
I
thought pattern
believe so.
shift.
I feel like I give off a weird vibe.
It's not even that. It's just um. Fuck, what was the question?
I get weird looks from people. I get weird looks back. If people stare at me, I stare them down.
Oh, same here. I did that all throughout high school. I didn't give a shit. Like I was telling my mom this that I remember for a full entire week. I think it was like Crimson Week or whatnot. I just wore the most absolutely atrocious outfits. And I remember I wore a flannel with pajama pants that were completely different colors, like two different color schemes. And the amount of girls that day that looked me up and down, about 30. Dudes, on the other hand, they just looked at me, looked me up and down, and then just looked straight ahead. They didn't give a shit, which I find curious that women actually judge a book by its cover.
Were the girls attracted or
I couldn't
grossed
tell.
out?
Couldn't tell because it was like multiple big groups of them, so I couldn't look at like all of them. It was like maybe like three of them at once because you know how Maple Grove was with how busy those hallways were.
Mm-hmm.
Those hallways are busy as shit.
Yeah. Push yourself through the stairwell.
God, even A and B stairwell, bro. A stairwell and that circular stairwell shit.
Mm-hmm. Dude, that shit gets backed up.
Yeah, even during lunch hours.
Mm-hmm. You got people standing there with their trays,
Well, half of that
trying
shit,
to go
bro.
back up to their classrooms.
Oh yeah, and then the admin would stop them.
Mm-hmm.
The admin were on dick about that. I don't know why we couldn't like go back and like. I would have rather eaten it in like the locker bank or like around the hallways versus sitting down at a fucking table with
Because some classes were
250.
allowed to, but other classes weren't. And then the admins knew which people were in which classes. Mm-hmm.
I don't remember where. But like on a scale of 1 to 10, how in tune are you like going into a nightclub or going into a big party, knowing the vibe
I don't have to know the vibe. I can just go in
and control the situation?
and just go with the flow. See how it goes.
Yeah.
I've actually crashed. I've probably crashed about 12 parties so far now. And just like found some person and been like, hey, I'm crashing this shit. Can you help me? And just like you just gotta be open to somebody and maybe somebody will help you. I've been pushed away a few times, but most of the time
Mhm.
they'll be like, hey yo, what's up? Hey, this is my name, blah blah blah.
Yo,
Come with the party, have some fun for a couple hours.
nice. Compared to my ass, I've only been to maybe 1 to 2 parties. I never really did do that in high school. That's the one thing I wish I did in high school.
A big thing is talking to people now because you don't really have to talk to people with online
Mm-hmm.
where you can just talk through your phones, computers,
Yep. It's all technological based.
laptops,
It's
everything.
it's sad because it's all technological based. That's why I wish I grew up in the 90s and the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know for a fact, me, you, Micah, maybe Elijah, maybe Elijah. If y'all would have saw his face was yeah, fuck that. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I have a feeling that we could, if we were to grow up in the 80s and 90s, I feel like we could have been like one of the top.
It was way rougher back then too.
Still,
No, not even compared to then.
yeah, I
Oh
guess.
my gosh, the punishments, bullying,
Yeah, I guess. Like how
everything.
so? Like explain.
I've heard stories like if 90s, if you were like gay in the hallway, like you just get your ass beat every day.
What if you just
Some
walk
of my
around?
buddies have told me stories about that.
What you just walk around class?
Walking through the hallways, boom, clocked.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, parents were still they were still rough around kids. Belts,
Yo,
hairbrushes, ladles.
hairbrushes. What are those used for?
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard hairbrushes before.
What for spanking?
You'd spank people. Oh, the back of hairbrushes. That
What? No,
plastic
the
part.
the brush side.
Oh, that shit hurt like hell.
Mm-hmm.
I bet.
Yeah, vines, sticks.
Not fun. Say that.
Not at all.
Say that at least. Um, can vibes change over time?
Mm-hmm. I feel like when you get to know a person, their vibe switches.
Mm-hmm. Because you
Where you just like interlink. become
That-
like one fun time.
Yep, I agree with that. And also, how I look at vibes is vibes and stories correlate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, what I mean by that is once you get to a bottom layer of a vibe, that end layer, you reach a different story every time because that story is yet to be untold.
Oh, okay.
And of course, what I'm trying to relate the onion to is because we all have our own issues and roadblocks, if that's like body language or whatnot. And through that, we have to know that we're all trying to share our story. We're all trying to shed light on our vision. We
Mhm.
just don't know
How to get it out there.
how to get it out there, how to tell it to people in the way that they'll understand, and so that we tell every single little detail because we want to tell our every little detail. Um, the other thing is why I related it to an onion is because once you get to a bottom layer of a story, you progress within that connection. It's like a stepping stone. It's like a building block for a new conversation starter. That's the other thing. That once they tell you something, that's a conversation starter. Learn that with FaceTime multiple. I think the most I FaceTime is like three
At the same time.
at the same time.
Nice.
It was just me and just those three ladies. It was weird. They're just chilling in the car in a parking lot. I'm like, okay. And then I got one of the other ones snaps, and then me and her were talking for 5 years, 6 months. And she ghosted me for some apparent reason. Like we're talking like we were hitting it off type shit.
She was leading you on.
Yeah. But then she put the blame on me. And I'm like, I didn't do shit. I mean,
What'd she say?
I was kind of an asshole, but like, I'm like, kind of sometimes. Like, I wasn't trying to be an asshole. I thought I was being a nice guy, but nice guys can be assholes. It's the one
Mm-hmm.
harsh truth about us.
You really have to watch out for everybody's emotions, not just your own, because you're not the only one in this world.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, I've already realized that, but still, like, I don't want to fuck with other people's emotions. But still, then what's the point of connection, man?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of environments tend to give off positive and negative vibes? Say positive vibes would be like small social gatherings.
Big parties.
You know, mainly social gatherings.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But even like by yourself, watching a movie late at night.
true. Self isolation is top tier. Can't go wrong with that. Um, say for some negatives is high stressors like school, work.
Big two.
Yeah, those are the big two.
Maybe a little bit of family life.
Yeah, family gatherings too, because you gotta have those hard conversations. That's you're not ready to have them,
Mm-hmm.
or you're ready to have them. You just don't know when it's gonna happen. That question's gonna pop up. Oh, hey, Will, do you have a girlfriend? No. Why not? I don't know. I know you get that feeling. At family gatherings when they ask you if you have a girlfriend or whatnot.
Nah, they don't ask me it anymore.
Well, versus
They
okay,
just ask me how much money I'm making.
that's like
Yeah.
um, it's mainly my little cousins, my grandma, my little cousins, but still, it's my grandma. You want to switch it up, or you want to continue with this shit?
Oh no, my throat's getting pretty dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back of my tongue's getting pretty dry.
Damn, we've been going for like a half an hour.
We're going for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to think. Do you think social perception, like your own perception of the social world, is dictated by your own vibes, your parents' vibes, your friends' vibes, or just the social world vibes?
No, I feel like you control it all.
Well,
You have the ability to say whether or not this is going to be a good day,
yeah, yep.
whether or not you're going to be a good person.
Whether or not you're gonna be an asshole, a
Hmm.
cunt, a prick, a lover, a giver, a hater, a doer, a becomer, a creator, a wisdom giver. Yeah, I agree with that. It's all
Superhero.
it's all internal. It's all mental, and you can tell yourself whatever. It's just you have to make sure that it's true to you, true to your
You need
beliefs.
to know. You need to know what's true to your beliefs, but you
Yeah,
also need to know what is true to society.
and if it's a third world country, first world country, or second world country, and your city society too. That's the other thing. Yeah, like you said, it's all internal. It's all if you tell yourself you can do it, you can do it. That's why one of my favorite quotes, Alex Hormozy, you need to have the stack of undeniable proof. So what you tell yourself or say yourself in the mirror has to be true. This is my ideology, or different way of putting it is that you have to make it true to yourself, make it align with your social society if that's with your friends, um, and just be authentic. We're all trying to be us. We're trying to be the real ones. We're trying to find the better understanding. But authenticity is a very descriptive and in-depth topic where it's very controversial. It just depends on who you talk to. If it's social psychologists or just doctors or whoever you talk to, you'll get a different answer. But that's, of course, their opinion. So,
My
what do
favorite
you
to
say?
talk to, if you have it, your grandma.
What?
The best person to talk to.
Yeah.
Hmm. When you're in a bad mood, when you just want to say hi.
That or just your friends, giving your friends starting a random ass conversation, calling them up.
Hell yeah. Like we did today. 40-minute banger.
Yeah, that was a long ass conversation. What you want to do? You want to do shuffleboard,
Yeah,
darts,
shuffleboard.
video games,
Ooh, video games.
music, freestyling? All the above, which I've done. Oh. Want to continue with this shit?
I don't know.
Or you want to change up the topic?
It's up to you.
Yeah, we can change up the topics. What else we can do besides listen to music? What kind of topic are we feeling after going off of this shit? You think like self awareness, self
Um,
self awareness, understanding our thoughts, understanding our actions of value.
Understanding our value.
Understanding our value within our given actions.
No, just leave it broad.
Oh yeah, this is what we look. Alright. Blue or red?
What?
Blue or red?
Whatever you want.
I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter. All I'm saying is, all this talking is making my head hurt, making me feel tired, drowsy.
Just want to sit down for a minute.
You can.
Or just slow down.
How's your day going so far? Good? Pretty boring?
Good. Got a lot of work done.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Pretty hard job right now.
Not bad.
Just a pile.
That won't do shit. That's gonna help it. It'll make it a little bit worse. No. Let's go like this.
You know there's screws for this.
Well, yeah. That's why you got your hands. Should I grab my cart?
Yeah.
Because then maybe we can actually lock in on these topics.
Ooh, that slows down quick. Oh my god.
You ready?
Dude, these goldfish are so good.
I bet. Plus it's early enough. And narrow. He could never. Where? No, it's just a. It's a.
You sure?
Yeah, I think. Well, what's a water or it's a decanter. It used to have alcohol in it. I don't think it has any alcohol in it. Bro, have you seen all these decanters?
They're usually have like special like tequilas in them. It'll like last a long time.
Yeah. My dad's a big bourbon collector.
Where'd you get that one? Las Vegas?
No. My dad's uncle. Yeah. He might.
Is it all gold?
Yeah,
Actual gold?
I think so.
What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure. You have to ask my dad about that one. Does it feel heavy?
Not as heavy as gold. If that was like all gold, it would be like 30 pounds.
I bet. No, yeah, like my grandparents or my dad's uncle, they have so much of that shit. It's insane. They have like a whole entire wall full of beer cans, like all around Wisconsin. Right here, let me see if I can find it.
Don't be a good man cave decoration.
What is?
All your accomplishments stacked up on the wall.
Yeah, true.
Beard you've ever had. From the first to the last.
You can get as drunk as you want. I don't give a shit as long as you're fucking feeling fine tomorrow so you can go to work. Because I have class tomorrow, so I'm smoking as much as I can so I know when I will be fine tomorrow. I don't know. Like, I'm already high, so. But yeah, you didn't even answer my question. What are y'all even drinking? Looks like fucking whiskey.
What was that?
Some girl down in Iowa.
Oh.
Yeah. But I know for a fact that she wants to talk to me, but she just doesn't want to do long distance because she doesn't know how.
Long distance is sort of a stretch.
But I'm like, I know how. I mean, like, my brother did it. I did it. Like, I've been in.
No contact is a big thing for a lot of people.
No contact is a huge thing for me. That's why I broke up with my girlfriend because I only saw her once a weekend.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, but it was still an hour and
That's not that bad.
15
Long
minute
distance
drive.
is like you guys don't see each other
No, I
until
know.
like holidays.
No. My brother and his girlfriend worked out because she was from Alabama.
Sweet home Alabama.
Yeah, but she lived in Charleston.
Mm.
Yeah. So he would fly down to her. She flew up here multiple times. He mainly would go down by her.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but then I realized that she posted this to her story, talking about yeah.
What, your brother?
No, it's what they're drinking, and I'm like, what the fuck are you guys drinking? Looks like fucking whiskey. But then she said, need a plug. Yeah. But then she said this on her fucking story. I'm like,
I need a plus one to the Helen. You have to have a plus maybe over 18.
plus I'd have a bed to sleep in. So I don't know. I'll have to ask her tonight. Damn, this shit is still cooking with gas. You need that? You gonna grab it? Who are you, Aiden Schumacher of Skywalker community?
Mhm.
Yeah, there's not a lot of Aiden Jedis. There's more. I think that there would be more Aiden Siths.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's what's his toes, that new Inquisitor. There we go. Top 5 Star Wars characters out of Legends and canon.
Darth Vader.
Okay. Are we talking New Hope, Prime, Empire Strikes Back?
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of Yoda.
Yep.
Personally.
I do wish we got more fight scenes out of Yoda.
Mm-hmm. Luke and Anakin.
Only if he wasn't blinded by his emotion. I do wish that Anakin killed Obi-Wan and killed Palpatine, that he was the ruler.
That would have been nice, but that would have been too early to end.
It wouldn't end because it would still be the Skywalker saga.
Oh, yeah,
And then they would just make more movies. I don't know. I don't know why George Lucas had to sell his shit. Yeah, that would be a pretty big peak. I wonder how the Empire would have been run if he would have kept clones or just used civilians. You know what I mean? Because, like, did you watch The Bad Batch?
No, I haven't yet. Is that the animated one?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you see what the clones truly went through. Like, you see the hell that they, or not the hell, just the shit that they did, because they were fucking mind controlled.
What?
You didn't know that?
I'm not too big on Star Wars, my guy. I've like watched all the movies, but like
No, you're
I
good.
haven't like rewatched any of the movies or read any of the books.
Okay, but do you know why the clones turned on the Jedi?
Because the Jedi were using the robots. Why?
So the clones turned on the Jedi because the Supreme Chancellor was in office for way too long.
Is that the black guy?
No, black guy's Mace Windu. Only black guy in Star Wars. Well, besides the one guy in Mandalorian. Maybe the Book of Boba Fett.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so the clones turned on the Jedi because Emperor Palpatine executed Order 66, which means kill all Jedi.
Okay.
And only if he would have said Order 65, which meant arrest him and diminish all the other orders. Woo! That scared the fuck out of me. But yeah, he executed that, slaughtered the Jedi, and the clones were being mind controlled by an inhibitor chip. And
being forced to attack the Jedi?
Not forced to, not knowingly, because they fought by them for 5 years to 7 years. They fought by them, died by them.
Oh, so they were like overridden?
Yes, they were manipulated.
Yeah.
But also on top of that, once
EMP.
yeah, that too. They actually needed an EMP to take out their inhibitor chips or to make them stop. But nothing could stop them. Like, do you know what
Not even lightsaber?
Well, no, it's not even that. Like, they would comply to orders without without knowing the
Oh,
reason
you see
to.
that out.
What?
What, like, I'll just do anything you say?
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, they had no emotion. No emotion. They had feeling, but everything was clouded. Yeah. It's pretty crazy, I think. That's why I love Star Wars, and that's why I've always loved Star Wars, is because it has such a good storyline, but it could have been a lot better. If like people actually, if they took the consideration of other people's opinions, but still you can't change the past. Which is why I wish I would make I'd make the movies a lot better. I'd change the plot of the TV shows, mainly Clone Wars and Bad Batch, because childhood. So I grew up with a little bit of Mandalorian. Mandalorian could have used more in depth. Obi-Wan could have used a lot more fight scenes. Could have used more Darth Vader and Obi-Wan lines. Because it felt like Darth Vader was overpowering Obi-Wan, but like, still, yeah. I don't know.
Some water.
Yeah. You want water bottle or?
Yeah, the gallon.
Yeah. I can see if we got some in the fridge. Yes, sir. It does not seem like it.
Damn.
You want?
White Claw looks tasty.
I was about to grab it, but it's only one.
I'm choking.
I was about to grab that Coors.
Which one? The Coors Light? The bottle?
Coors or a Golden Light? No, there's two Coors back there.
Golden Light, where's that at?
Right behind those boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Do that or Truly.
What flavor Trulies are there?
Citrus, tropical, and berry, I think.
Can I get a citrus, please?
Yep. I mean, I'll take it. Oh. Ooh, which one though? Let's do tropical.
I want to see you play Call of Duty on that TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just seems like insane to me.
I can't play Call of Duty, but I can play like other games and that shit.
What do you play Call of Duty on?
What do I play Call of Duty on?
Mm-hmm.
Is this shit dead?
Yeah. Like, do you play Modern Warfare or you on the TV?
Yeah, I play all my games on there. Yeah. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this fucking podcast. It's the same thing as a regular video, so. It has been amazing. So let's get this video to maybe 10 likes. Let's surpass the 2 videos where I had my shirt off. I don't remember the names. It was something about anxiety and self-perception. So, yeah. Right on the 50 marker.